The World War I Remembrance Centre in Portsmouth was closed for a while, but has now reopened and in its new home near the Hilsea rail station. The new centre sees artefacts, reproduction exhibits and walk-through trench system. And joining me on the sofa to tell us all about it is the centre's director, Charles Haskell. Well, thank you for joining us, Charles. And I suppose the first question is, why was it that you guys had to move?
Well, there were too many challenges in the old place, and when we moved into the existing place at Fort Widley, or our old place, we knew in our heart of hearts that it wasn't 100% right. However, we ended up there 4 years, and I can't believe how quickly the time passed.
Wow, and you've got this new centre. It's not quite open yet, though, I understand.
1st of July, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a Saturday, so everyone get down there, and that's the official opening.
Brilliant. And we were talking a little bit beforehand that you said that you wanted to stick away from the word museum with this place, and although it's far more of an educational resource, you've got thousands of books on World War I as well, you were saying.
Yeah. We've got about 5,000 books and magazines all connected with World War I, so it's quite a resource centre. We've got masses of artefacts, models, stories, but we're not into politics or tactics. What we like is personal stories. So loads of people have given us details of their own families and what they got up to in World War I, and that's the thing that really captures people's imagination. And dotted amongst the stories, we've got something called a timeline that runs from the year 1912 to the 1920s, so it covers the whole of the First World War period. And in it, we tell the story of Alice in Wonderland's connection with World War I, and Peter Pan's connection with World War I, and how Alice lost 2 sons as serving officers in the Great War. And that usually grabs the youngsters' attention, and after that they're sort of putting our hands, saying, tell us more, tell us more.
Of course, because obviously we never hear that side of it in the Disney versions, do you? So
No. They wouldn't mix World War I in with Disney. Although I think World War II appears in a couple of the films that they've done.
And we were talking as well, actually, as well as being this remembrance centre during the day, actually, it's a fantastic venue for other events as well.
It's a big venue. So what we're doing is in the evenings, we'll be running a history club, we'll be running all sorts of educational bits and bobs, we'll have big bands playing there, and all sorts of different things. So although it will all be connected with history, during the day, World War I, of an evening, any sort of history about anything.
Okay. And a lot of places around the country often will have a section for World War I and a section for World War II, but you guys are specifically looking at the First Great War, shall we say?
Yes. We've concentrated every bit of space in there to do with World War I. And only World War I, but it's because it's remembrance. We're seriously into the remembrance. We don't want it forgotten. And although we're hitting the near the end of that 100th anniversary of the end of the First World War, the truth is, the real catchment for us is people tracing their family trees. When they discover somebody has fought in World War I, or been alive in that period, and for all I know could still be lying out on the battlefields, that's usually the catchment. And then they'll come along to us and say, tell us about World War I.
And of course it's quite important for centres like these to exist because it's no longer within living memory.
That's right, but I mean, luckily for us, a huge amount has been documented and recorded. And also, when I started this years ago, there were many veterans still alive. So I was able to go around taping conversations with them. So I've got an archive of some of the people from Portsmouth talking about their exploits in World War I.
That's brilliant. That I say, it's local people, local history, but such a big event like that.
But we're not just connected with local history. We have international connections as well. So we get documents and photographs from all over the world, from people in other countries sending us through information. And some of it is very unusual.
Brilliant.
Italy, Lithuania, Latvia, places like that.
Well, I'm sure we could sit here talking about all the different exhibits you've got all day, but I suppose the best way for people to learn about these is to actually come down to the centre. So just give us a reminder, where is it and when are you opening?
We're opening on Saturday, July the 1st. We're at the end of the Airport Service Road in Portsmouth, and the postcode is PO3 5PJ, 5 pyjamas, okay? And we'll be open from about 11 in the morning daily till about last entry 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because it takes at least an hour or two to go round, and most people will have guided tours around the centre as well.
Brilliant. Well, it all sounds fascinating. I'm sure we'll be down to see you at some point.
Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.